Welcome to Silas Maths, the best place to learn mathematics. Kindly like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. See you in class.
Hello friend, welcome back to class. I believe you have a wonderful experience in our previous class. Okay, in our previous class we talked about addition and subtraction involving surds, and today we're going to be considering that is expansion involving surds. So how do I expand problems like this? Example 1, I have square root of 5 open bracket square root of 10 plus square root of 5. Okay, so you recall that whenever a surd multiply itself, it will give you the number inside. Let's recall this. First of all, remember that root a times root a, of course, is going to give us a, isn't it? Yes, while root b times root a is going to give us root what? A times b. So applying that here, square root of 5 times square root of what? 9, square root of 10, pardon, is going to give us square root of 5 times 10 plus square root of 5 times square root of 5 is going to give us 5. Okay, so that is going to give us, here is going to give us square root of 50 plus 5. Okay, and 50 can be expressed in this form, that is square root of 25 times 2 plus 5. And that will give us square root of 25 is 5, so I have 5 root 2 plus 5, and that's the final answer. I can't add 2 of them because they are not common. So this is having root 2 and this is just ordinary 5. So that's that for this one. So let's jump into example 2. Yes, example 2 is here. We have the question which reads we should expand this. So solution, we have the problem written. So how do I expand this problem? It's very simple. To expand this, I will use the first variable or the first number. Okay, these are numbers. The first number here will multiply everything in this bracket, and the second one together with each sign will multiply everything in the other one. So I'm going to have this, considering the first one, I'm going to have 5 open bracket, take this 3 minus square root of what? 2. So I'm done with using 5 to open that. Then I have the second one, which is what? Plus root 2 will also multiply that, which is what? 3 minus square root of what? 2. And at this point, I'll go ahead and expand like I did in the first time. This one will multiply this and multiply this. So I'm going to have 5 times this is going to give me 15. And 5 times that is going to give me minus 5 root what? 2. Yes. Then the other side, I'm going to open that, and then I'll have root 2 times 3. Remember that this is just ordinary number, it's not a surd, so it's going to be outside. 3 times this is going to give us 3 root what? 2. Then I have my minus sign there. Then root 2 times root 2 is going to give us 2. I believe you recall that that's when 2 surd multiply each other, it gives us what's inside the square root. So let's simplify further. I'm going to collect like terms. So collect like terms, I'll have 15 minus 2. Then these two are like terms. I have minus 5 root 2 plus 3 root what? 2. So at this point, I go ahead and subtract. 15 minus 2 is going to give me 13. Put down my 13. So these are common surd, isn't it? So I have minus 5 plus 3. They are common surd, so we'll subtract their coefficient first, which is minus 5 plus 3. And of course, minus 5 plus 3 is going to give me minus 2. That is saying minus 5 plus 3 is same as saying 3 minus 5. And when you are taking away a bigger number from a smaller number, of course, it's going to give us a negative sign. Even following your number line, we're going to have minus, will give you minus 2. Then I'll put my what? Root 2. So this is the final answer. There's nothing else to simplify further. So that is that for the second one. Let's pick another example. Don't forget to like, comment, and do well to share the video as well. Yes, recommend the channel to those who you feel will find it interesting. You can share it on your social media handle, and don't be surprised, somebody will find it useful. So let's jump into the next example. Example 3. So I have example 3, and that is that over there. It says that we should expand square root of open bracket square root of 3 plus square root of 5 all to the power of what? 2. So how do I expand this? You know, when you have a number raised to the power of 2, that's square, simply means the number multiplying itself. So this is the same thing as saying square root of 3 plus square root of 5 multiplying what? Itself, square root of 3 plus square root of what? 5. And then at this point we go through what we did here. So we use this first one to open that. So I'm going to have square root of 3 open bracket square root of what? 3 plus square root of what? 5. Then the other one, multiply the same thing, you have plus square root of 5 multiplying what we have there. So we have square root of what? 3 plus square root of what? 5. Then at this point we'll go ahead and then simplify. Open the brackets. Root 3 times root 3 is going to give us 3. I hope you recall. And when the sort multiply itself, it give you the number inside the square root. So root 3 times this is going to give us square root of what? 3 times 5, right? 3 times 5 plus square root of this times this is going to give us plus square root of what? 5 times 3. Okay, then this times itself is going to give us 5. At this point we go ahead and then collect like terms. Of course, this and this we have 3 plus 5, then plus this is going to give me root 15 plus root square root of what? 15. Then we'll go ahead and add this plus this, of course, will give me 8. And these are common like sort, and they're adding themselves, one of it plus the other one. Their coefficient are 1, of course, so 2 of them is going to give us 2 root 15. And that is the final answer. So consider this, you see that expansion of surd or expansion involving surd are very, very simple and easy. Yeah. So can we solve one more problem? Let's see if we can solve one more problem. Okay, so we have the problem that says we should expand this. Okay, taking notes, you discover that one of the number is not just a single square root, it's 3 of that square. So to do that, we simply multiply the number by itself. So that will give us this, which is square root of this minus this times itself. That will give me 3 this minus this. Okay, so now multiplying itself, this one multiply this and this one, something we did. So we're going to have 3 root what? 2 open bracket 3 root 2 minus root what? 5. Then take the second one, which is minus root 5 open bracket what? 3 root 2 minus root what? 5. So let's jump into simplifying this further. Now look at how we do this. The coefficient of this will multiply the coefficient of this. Okay, yeah, so the coefficient of 3 times coefficient of this is 3, so 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. Okay, then the square root of 2 times square root of 2, this times this is going to give us what? Times 2, because remember a surd multiply itself is going to give us what? The surd itself. So the number, square root of a number times it itself is going to give us the number in the square root. So this times this will give me 9, while this times this is going to give me what? 2. Then I'm done with the first part. Go over to the second part. 3 times the coefficient of this is minus 1, so I'll put my minus. 3 times the coefficient of this is going to give me 3, while root 2 times root 5 is going to give us what? Square root of what? 2 times 5. Perfect. Yes, that's how we expand. Okay, let's go back to the second one. I have my minus plus here, minus, put an minus. Coefficient of this is 1. 1 times 3 is going to give me 3. Then square root of this times square root of this is going to give me what? Square root of what? 5 times 2. Then we go back to the last one. Negative times negative is going to give me positive. Okay, yeah, positive. Whilst root 5 times root 5 is going to give me what? 5. So you see that expansion. Then we'll go ahead and then simplify for that. This is going to give me 18 minus this is going to give me 3 root 10 plus minus 3 root 10 plus 5. So let's collect like terms. We add these two together, so 18 plus, we have 18 plus 5, then minus 3 root 10 minus 3 root 10. Of course, negative 3 is going to give me negative 6. So I'm going to add these two first. This is going to give me, I think that's 23. Then this is going to give me negative 6 root what 10. That is final answer. Just take your time and study these examples, and then if you have any question, do well to drop it at the comment section. So I'm going to drop what you're going to try this one. Try expanding this. I have the first one over here, just 3 questions, so do well to go through them, and we're going to call it a pause here. So bye for now, nothing more. See you in our next class. And don't forget, in our next class we are going to consider rationalization of surd. So it's a very interesting part of surd. You wouldn't want to miss that. Bye for now. See you in our next class.